direct that energy in one precise point. And I felt so small for doing that because the energy is so huge. I felt like the energy is all universe is in me, and I don't know how to direct it as a human being in that society to a really clear point. I mean, in that world, like doing something for the world, for me, for something really concrete. And I try to do mindfulness for doing that. I try to have deep breath and let things come in. But I want to know if I have some advice about that. I hope I've been clear. Thank you.
Can you repeat? Sum up.
She says that she has some very, very deep and very powerful energies inside of her. And sometimes she feels that she is at the mercy of these energies. They push her to do this and that. And sometimes maybe not in the best direction for her. And she wants to have more mastery of the energies. She wants to be able to have a more conscious choice about the direction and to focus the energies to do something concrete and positive. She said that she tried to practice mindfulness and breathing with it, but she still feels that she has not quite been able to master the energies and be the master and not be pushed around.
That energy can be very strong, and maybe our mindfulness is not powerful enough, and we want to control. But the practice of Plum Village is not to control. Because if you want to control, you are suppressing somehow what you want to control. Mindfulness is only to recognize it as it is and not try to control. First of all, we use mindfulness of breathing and walking to recognize that, to say hello to it, and not trying to control, to suppress. And we should know that that energy may have been transmitted to us by our father, our mother, or our ancestors. That is what we have received also from our ancestors and our society also. So we want to understand the source of that energy, where they come from. So we are interested in recognizing and understanding it rather than to control it. And that energy may be a habit energy. The habit that has been formed during many generations, longer than the period from our birth until now. That habit, that pattern of thinking, of talking and of acting may have been there very long already. So we have inherited from our parents and ancestors. So what we have to do is to recognize and accept it as it is. And if we know how to accept them as they are, well, we feel better right away. And not to be eager to control. Or recognize, that is called simple recognition. Breathing in and recognize it. And when you recognize it as it is, it cannot push you to do things that you don't want to do anymore. You don't have to remove it. You don't have to control it. You don't have to suppress it. The fact that you recognize it is there as a habit can already bring you a lot of freedom. 20 years ago, there was a young American practitioner in the Upper Hamlet. He was one day he was asked by the brothers to go shopping for the community, because we were celebrating Thanksgiving, and groups of people belonging to different nationalities are supposed to cook a dish to offer to the altar of ancestors. Like American would like to, the group of Americans would like to make a pumpkin pie, which is something very American. And a group of Italians will cook an Italian dish. And we will place the offering on the altar of our ancestors. And during the ceremony, we get in touch with our ancestors inside of us. So the young man was sent by the Sangha to the city nearby, to the town nearby, to do some shopping. And he told us after that, when he got to Saifwalagrand, doing shopping, suddenly he saw that he was trying to do the shopping quickly in order to finish. The eagerness to do quickly and to finish with what he is supposed to do. But during the few weeks before, he did not have that kind of feeling. Because staying in the Upper Hamlet, he was embraced by the collective energy of the brothers, doing everything slowly, mindfully, and enjoy that. So during these 2 weeks, he was doing very well. Walking, sitting, cooking with the brothers in the Upper Hamlet, he was able to do it slowly, mindfulness, everything went well. But when he was sent to St. Falagran, he was on his own. He was not guided and embraced, supported by the collective energy of mindfulness. That is why he lost himself. The old habit energy came back and pushed him to do the shopping quickly to overcome that. And suddenly he remembered that, he recognized that energy of being in a hurry. And he suddenly realized that that's the way his mother used to be. She was always like that. So the moment when he breathed in and recognized the habit energy, he said, "Hello, mother. I know you are there with your habit." Suddenly become calm again. And he continued to do the shopping mindfully, joyfully again. So that means that that habit energy, once recognized, cannot push you anymore to do what you don't want to do, what you don't want to say. Because many of us are victims of that kind of habit. There are things we don't want to say. There are things we don't want to do. We know that saying that, doing that will bring suffering to us and to the other person. We know very well, and we don't want to say to do that. But when the situation comes, the habit energy push us to do or to say it. And after we have done it, after we have said it, we regret. We beat our chest, we pull our hair, and we said that I already knew that I should not do that, I should not say that. But why? I did it. I said it. So I promised to myself that next time, when a situation presents itself like that, I will not do like that. I will not say like that. And you are very sincere. And yet when the situation comes, you do exactly the same. Again, over again and again. And that is the habit energy. And the practice of Plum Village is to use mindful breathing, mindful walking, to recognize that energy. Don't try to control it. Don't try to destroy it. Just smile to it and say, hello there, my old friend. I know you are there. You cannot push me to do it anymore. You cannot push me to say it anymore. So simple recognition brings you freedom. And if you continue like that, your habit energy will transform slowly, slowly. And if they are good energies, good habit energies, we can help them to grow. And if in our life we have a purpose, we have a good volition, desire to transform ourselves and to help people to suffer less. We know exactly what we want to do. And then we nourish that kind of willingness. And if we maintain that intention alive, we remind ourselves of that intention every day. And then the other kind of energy can be used in order to nourish this kind of intention. That is kind of nourishment, a kind of nutriment called volition, good intention. So a person with a good intention to create a good energy for himself, for herself, and for the world, she will be able to make use of every kind of energy in him or in her in order to serve that purpose. So the answer has two aspects. The first one is to recognize, and the second one is to channel it into the direction we want it to serve.